Chapter 3 starts off with the camera focusing on the outside of a room as screaming was heard on the other side. We then cut to inside as Sirin and Adam jump back in a panic. Sirin then summoned a knife and threw it at her mother. Sin then easily caught the knife before grinning at her.
Dropped this, silly.
Then in a blink of an eye, Sin threw the knife back at her, nearly missing her as it struck the wall behind her.
Now let's have a good look at you.
Siren's eyes widened in fear and confusion as her mother appeared beside her and examined her closely.
You look taller. Still adorable, though.
Sin then looked at Adam and smiled.
And who is this? One of your pets, I presume?
Adam stepped back in fear before Sirin intervened.
No, Mom! He's my friend!
Friend? I guess that is okay, just as long as you don't trick yourself into thinking you love him.
Sin then looked around the room curiously.
Not my ideal welcome back. I was hoping your father would be the one to release me from my prison.
He's not himself right now. He's scared of something. Hey, Mom? Why did he even put you in that prison in the first place?
Sin maintained her silly smile when she spoke.
To keep you from me.
What?
Your father is scared of you. He fears you reaching your full potential.
Mom, what are you saying? Why would Dad be scared of me?
Because you are the will of the solver.
Siren's heart skipped a beat after hearing those words. Sin then smiled before putting her hand up to Siren's face.
Better to assimilate than to explain.
The solver then flashed across Siren's visor as she was forced to witness memories that were not completely her own. We then focus on Kira and his daughter as they were getting ready for something.
Come on, sweetie. We must hurry. We can't let her see us.
They then approach the front door before being froze by a sinister presence. The camera then pans out to show Sin standing menacingly behind him.
Dear, where are you going with our daughter?
Kira sweated nervously as he tried to muster up a response.
I'm taking her to the doctor. She's well overdue for her normal checkup.
Checkup? I swore she just had one the other week.
Well, the doctor said she needed to come back this week for a quick follow-up. We just want to make sure nothing is wrong with her, that's all.
He then made a nervous smile as Sin looked at him sideways. She then smiled before saying,
Okay, be back soon, alright?
Of course.
Kira continued to sweat nervously as he felt Sin's stare burning into him as he left. We then cut to 1 hour later. Kira was in the main area of a medical research lab as a drone in a lab coat approached him.
How is she?
The doctor took a deep breath before finally speaking.
Not good. Her powers are slowly becoming more unstable. Her powers only growing. It's only going to keep growing until we do something about it.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
Kira, it means your daughter is turning into the worst case scenario.
Kira then slammed his fist down on the desk in front of him before shouting,
Stop fucking sugarcoating with me! Tell me what the hell is wrong with my daughter!
The doctor closed his eyes and took a deep breath before speaking.
The plan failed, Kira. The experiment only succeeded in limiting the power of your solver. The will of the solver lived.
What do you mean it lived? It is only able to live as long as there is a host. I severed my connection with it a long time ago. How could it have possibly survived?
I'm afraid it never died. In fact, it went dormant shortly after the experiment. After careful analysis, thorough examination, I'm afraid to say that the will of the solver is living through your daughter, Sirin.
Kira's eyes widened in shock and disbelief.
We don't have much time left. It will only be a matter of time before your daughter awakens her true powers.
I know, damn it! That was exactly what I didn't want to happen. I don't want my daughter to suffer the same fate as me.
There's only one way to save your daughter. Heart diffusion. We've tested the solver neutralizing serum, and it is proven to be 90% effective. The only problem is for your daughter. We have to inject the serum straight into her heart. there's a 50% chance this will kill Sirin.
What? Are you crazy? I will never agree to something like this.
The doctor then made an annoyed expression before shouting in frustration.
Then you're fine with the countless innocent lives that will be slaughtered? If we don't handle this now, our colony will be slaughtered out of existence! Think, Kira! If your daughter goes berserk at any moment, who is gonna be standing right by her side?
Kira's face saddened as he knew the answer to this question.
Your wife. AKA the origin of all evil sin. I'm not even going to question why you even decided to have a child with such a monster, but I am going to question your decision on the future of our colony's survival. You claim to be a leader of peace, yet you're willingly hanging the lives of all of us for your daughter's life?
The camera then pans out to show a dark figure in a vent watching the two as they continued their conversation.
I know. This is just not easy for me, you know? I mean, for God's sakes, this is my child we're talking about. She's just a little girl. She doesn't know what she is. I know everyone doesn't trust Sin, and I can understand that. But this is our child. Sin wanted nothing more than to be a mother. She loves Sirin more than anything in this world. And she would be just as devastated as anyone else if her child died to something like this.
Kira, I...
No. I understand. As much as this scares me to say, I give you permission to inject my daughter with the antidote. Just promise me you will do your best to save my daughter's life, would you?
Of course, Kira. I understand. Your daughter means a lot to you. I promise you, we will do everything we can to ensure your daughter's survival.
Thank you, Doctor. This means a lot.
We then cut back to the dark figure in the vent as it slithered away after hearing everything. We then cut to Kira and the doctor as they arrived on the 3rd floor on the elevator.
You should be able to wait here until the procedure is finished.
Just as the doctor said that, alarms went off as screaming was heard from down the hall. Then the power cut out as the once white lights were replaced with ominous red lighting. The doctor then pulled his gun out.
What the hell is going on? Why did the power cut out? And who the fuck is screaming like that?
The doctor's eyes widened in fear as he instantly recognized the voices behind the screams.
We need to go. Now.
The doctor then started running down the hallway before Kira shortly joined him. Sweat ran down his cheek as he was scared shitless. In the midst of him running towards the screams, he swore he heard the oddly familiar sound of disordered voices embedded in the screaming that reminded him of somebody. Sebastian then busted through the door where Kira's daughter was being held to see nothing but little mountains of oil and corpses. Kira's eyes widened in fear as he saw the horrifying faces of the dead drones as they displayed nothing but terror in their eyes.
Oh! Holy shit! What in the absolute fuck happened here?
Kira and Sebastian then focused their attention on a message written on the wall in oil with the words, "You will not take her." Kira then knew immediately who was responsible for this. A random doctor then ran into the room.
Is everything okay? I heard screaming. What the fuck? Oh God, I think I'm going to be sick.
The sound of running was heard as multiple security drones entered the room.
Oh God, what monster would do something like this?
Sin.
Huh?
She somehow knew what we were doing here and took it upon herself to save Sirin.
Lock down all the doors and entrances. Find her. She couldn't have gone far.
We then suddenly cut to the lobby of the building as bloodied bodies were scattered all across the floor. We then focus on Sirin standing beside her mother in the middle of the floor with a horrified look on her face. Kira then entered the room and froze once he saw them. His eyes dot all over the dead bodies before he focused his attention on Sirin. Sirin then turned her head to look at him with tears in her eyes.
Daddy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I had no choice.
Sirin.
Come, Sirin. It is time for us to leave.
Leave? You're not going anywhere!
Sirin then cowered in fear as her mother turned to face her father.
So, you want our daughter to die here by the hands of those insects? I know what you have done. You let those doctors experiment on our daughter. Shame on you, Kira.
Sirin then looked at her father nervously. Kira then looked at his daughter before looking back at Sin.
Sin, honey, now is not the time to talk about this. Just give Sirin to me, and we can clear all of this up.
Sin then cocked her head to the side and smiled before speaking.
Clear what, dear? How you almost just killed our daughter?
Sirin then started breathing heavily as she started panicking. Kira then spoke in a louder tone as he was starting to get stressed out.
Why are you doing this? Are you trying to pin Sirin against me?
You're the one who was trying to take Sirin away from me. I'm leading her to her destiny and you're getting in the way.
And what if her destiny isn't pure, huh? What if it ends up crushing everything I've built? The peace I've created? The paradise I'm trying to maintain?
You're only doing this to hide the crimes you have committed, and you know that. You can't deceive me, Kira. I've known you since the beginning of everything.
Just as Sin said that, Dr. Sebastian and some security drones entered the room.
Hey, there she is.
The drone then aimed its gun at Sirin and Sin. Kira then waved his hands in alarm.
No! Stop!
The drone then shot one bullet before Kira smacked the gun out of its hand.
What the hell is wrong with you?
He then turned his head to see his daughter holding her stomach as a gunshot wound appeared on it. Siren's tear-filled eyes widened before changing into silver symbols as the memory went blank. Sirin collapsed to the floor as she clenched her head in pain. Adam then looked at her in concern.
Sirin!
Sirin then covered her right eye before looking up at her mother.
Why did you show me that? That didn't answer any of my questions. All it did was bring me back to the most painful memories of my life. Damn it, Mom! Why did you show me that? Answer me!
Sin maintained a calm, relaxed demeanor when she spoke to her.
To show you your destiny.
What the hell are you talking about?
You feel it, don't you? Something deep you've been repressing within you that wants to come out. Haven't you noticed something breaking through every time your emotions go out of control? It's only a matter of time before you give in to your true self.
Sirin then gave her a nervous look before a determined look appeared on her face.
You know what? Maybe Dad was right. You aren't ready to be with us yet.
She then activated her father's prison cell. Sin smiled as she did not try to stop her.
It was nice seeing you again, daughter. I enjoyed our short time together. I will see you again very soon.
Right before she was about to be teleported, she said something that hit Sirin deep within her heart.
I love you, Sirin. Bye-bye.
After her mother was gone, Sirin stood still with a blank face as Adam slowly approached her.
Sirin, are you okay?
I should have listened. I never should have summoned her here. I'm sorry. I never should have dragged you into this.
It's okay, Sirin. I'm not mad. It was rather nice meeting your mother for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, even though she's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. Come on, we should head back. It's getting late.
The two then walked out of the room. We then cut to 4 hours later. Sirin exited the main bunker door before looking up at the spire of corpses. A sad look then appeared on her face as she approached it. We then transitioned to 3 girls and 1 boy as they watched Sirin disappear into the spire.
Good. The bitch is alone. Now our perfect chance to get our revenge.
Ashley, isn't this a little too much? I mean, she didn't do anything wrong. She's just minding her own business.
Shut up, John! Don't be such a weakling. That bitch is a walking fire hazard. One wrong move and she'll fuck everything up for everyone. Plus, she took Adam away from Ashley. The nerve of that hoe. She doesn't deserve a cute boy like Adam.
Everything was fine until Sirin showed up. She ruined everything with her stupid little personality. And now it is time for her to pay for her crimes. You know she's the daughter of a monster, right?
And that's precisely why we need to teach her a lesson. We will show her what happens when she doesn't know her place. Let's move.
We then cut back to Sirin. She fell to her knees and took off her bow before holding it in her hands and examining it closely. Then tears dropped from her eyes as she clenched it.
Mom, I'm so sorry for how I acted. I just didn't know what to do. I was angry at you for traumatizing me with my old memories. Then you were talking about my destiny, and I panicked and imprisoned you without thinking. I'm such a fool. I didn't get to tell you how much I missed you. I didn't get to tell you how much I loved you. I'm such an idiot.
Sirin then slammed her fist into the ground before sobbing.
There she is.
Sirin then lifted her head before turning it to see Ashley and her friends behind her.
Sup, bitch?
Ashley then threw a knife at Sirin's left eye and cut it. Sirin then fell back and continued to scream in pain. She then tried to get up.
Where do you think you're going?
Bella then socked Sirin in the face, knocking her back down to the ground. Sirin then tried to push Bella off of her, but was immediately stopped when Bella took her knife and jammed it into her right hand, impaling it to the ground. Sarah then took her knife and threw it at Sirin's other hand, impaling it to the ground as well.
The pain! Please stop! Why are you doing this?
The two then cleared the way for Ashley as she looked down on Sirin with a big, evilish smile on her face.
Poor Sirin, too weak to defend herself. Isn't it funny, the daughter of the void begging for her life? Isn't that so ironic? How did your mother feel when she murdered countless lives for her own pleasure? Did she listen when her victims begged for mercy?
I have no control over...
No, she didn't. And here you come along trying to be different. Acting like you're normal, just like everyone else, when in reality, you're just hiding the fact that you are a monster. You're just like your mother, and that you're a sad little pathetic piece of fucking trash.
Ashley then composed herself before doing her chaotic smile.
Worse, you're trying to trick Adam into loving you so you can consume his flesh.
Adam? I would never do that! I'm his friend!
Siren's words were cut short when Ashley shot an air bullet near her head.
Are you sure you want to finish that fucking sentence, sweetie? Didn't think so. You two, restrain her legs.
Ashley and Sarah then restrained Siren's legs as Ashley summoned a hammer and some very sharp knives.
I think it's time we crucify this demon.
The girls then made demonic smiles as Ashley approached Siren and raised her first knife into the air. Ashley then smiled as she slammed her knife deep into Siren's left leg. Her smile then slowly faded as she lifted her head to see Siren was not screaming in pain. Everyone started to slowly back up as Siren did a creepy yandere laugh. Siren then spoke in a dark but playful tone.
How can you crucify me if you all have no arms?
Ashley then made a confused look before her, Sarah, and Bella's arms were cut off. The girls then started running away in fear. John was then pushed to the ground in the midst of the chaos. He then lifted his head to see Siren lifting herself up like a possessed person before giving him a devious, hungry smile. John then got up and started running. Right before he was about to escape out of the spire, a hand impaled him from behind. He then looked down at his wound and coughed up oil before looking behind him to see Siren smiling. Siren then removed her hand from inside of him before grabbing his neck and bringing her teeth to it to bite down. The girls then turned their heads to see and hear Siren tearing John's flesh open like paper. Oil gushed out of his neck while Siren drank it until she was full. She then gave a satisfied smile before throwing his body to the side. She then flew into the air and pursued the others. The three girls then decided to split up and hide behind cars and debris. We then focus on Sarah as she hid under a red car. The air was silent and still. The only thing that could ever be heard was her heavy breaths. The car then suddenly lifted as it was flung to the side as Sirin easily moved it with her solver. Sirin said nothing as she immediately cut Sarah's head off just as she pleadingly raised her hands. Sirin then smiled before throwing her head over at a nearby abandoned bus. There we focus on Bella as the head landed right beside her with Sarah's horrified face staring at her. Bella then screamed before looking up to see Sirin hanging above her like a bat before grabbing her and doing something so graphic to her that we couldn't even see it. We then focus on Ashley as she made the most distance, hiding behind a ditch in the ground.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Holy shit, she killed all of them.
She then looked forward to see the bunker in view.
That girl is a demon.
Ashley then looked around to see Sirin nowhere inside before making a break for it. Just as the bunker was coming closer into view, we hear a slice sound before being followed by the sound of a loud thud. We then see Ashley on the ground as her legs were chopped off. Sirin then appeared behind her, levitating in the air as she made a silly smile.
Oops, looks like I tagged you.
Ashley then turned around before glaring at her.
Who do you think you are?
She then tried to use her solver on her, but failed as her systems wouldn't let her. She then looked up at Sirin in fear.
What are you?
Sirin then smiled before snapping her fingers.
I am God.
Ashley then let out one last scream before Sirin jumped at her.